Hi there. We're on for the last of the main chakras, the crown chakra today. And today is all about meditation, meditation, meditation. So I thought it would be a good idea to start with a walking meditation. And of course, you could walk outside, but you can also walk right there where you're practicing if you have space in your home. So my friend Mary is my model again today. Thank you, Mary. And she's already starting to walk around in her space in her studio, right? So when we do a walking meditation, we want to really pay attention to how we place our feet onto the earth and roll our feet and noticing our posture, the crown of the head, right? That's what we're talking about today. Our crown of the head, the connection to the divine, all of that. And as an inspiration, I will read this quote from Thich Nhat Hanh that I really, really love, and it's called Kiss the Earth. So find your mountain pose and start with your walking meditation. Kiss the earth. Kiss the earth. Walk and touch peace every moment. Walk and touch happiness every moment. Each step brings a fresh breeze. Each step makes a flower bloom. Kiss the earth with your feet. Bring the earth bring the earth your love and happiness. The earth will be safe when we feel safe in ourselves. Smile, breathe, and go slowly. So take your time watching how your feet are kissing this earth as you walk. And slowly, slowly, never rushing, making your way to the left side of your mat. I'll give you a moment to do this practice. As you're doing your walking meditation, I tell you a little bit about the crown chakra, the Sahasrara chakra. The color is white. It's the seventh main chakra in the body. It's the I know chakra. It's all about thought, conscious thought, empathy. This lotus flower has 1,000 petals. The seed mantra is Om. It's located at the crown of your head. We're talking a lot about awareness today and unity with the divine. Once you come to the left side of your mat, take a moment, find your mountain pose, set your intention for your practice. As you bring your hands in Anjali Mudra, right, the hands come together in a prayer position. This mudra, Anjali Mudra, alleviates mental stress and anxiety. It aids focus and a meditative state. It promotes respect for yourself and others. So here, set your intention for your practice. And when you feel ready to practice, step onto your mat. So inhale fully, and as you exhale, step onto your mat. Here, just find mountain pose. You can keep the hands in the mudra, in an Anjali Mudra, or release the arms down for a moment. Now, where is the crown chakra? It's above the eyebrows, the center of the forehead, the head, the brain. We're working the nervous system, the lymphatic system. The properties for this chakra is stillness, emptiness, presence, intelligence, awareness, knowledge, understanding, grace, oneness, pure energy, universal consciousness, and connection to the source. So taking a moment here, just checking in with your breath. And we will just check in with the breath, but we will do our pranayama at the end of our practice today. So we're just watching the inhales, the exhales. And then with your next exhale, turn your head over to the left shoulder. Pause. Greet this side of yourself. Inhale back through center, and as you exhale, turn the head over to the other side and greet this side of yourself. Inhale the head back through center. As you exhale, reach your chin up towards the sky. Feel a nice stretch in the front of the throat. And then exhale. Bring the head back through center. Nice full inhale. And this time as you exhale, let the chin come down towards the chest. Right? And greet the divine within you. Pause here for a moment. Breathe. And then inhale back to neutral. And we're going to just start by shaking out our arms, loosey-goosey arms, right? Working the lymphatic system. You can shake the arms all the way up, all the way down. There's no right or wrong way. There's just you with your arms and your lymphatic system, right? And just waking up the body a little bit. And then coming into mountain position and claiming your space 3 times. Bring the arms out and up. And exhale, claim your space. So everything that you do today in your practice is a moving meditation, right? So you can stay with claiming your space and or go into a flow that's called painting the rainbow. This is where one arm curls up overhead and the fingertips are actually pointing to the crown of the head, and the other arm extends out to the side, and your gaze follows that hand, right? And then in your own time, paint the rainbow on the other side. Nice and slow. Don't ever rush. Breathing in, breathing out. The first affirmation we're going to use here is I am. I am. So thinking about the energy that we're creating with our movement and drawing this energy into the crown chakra with each time that we're going into painting the rainbow. If you're deficient in this crown chakra, you might feel disconnected, cynical, materialistic. If you have excess energy in this chakra, you're overly intellectual, you have a little bit of spaciness and spiritual addiction. If you're balanced here in the crown, you have grace, bliss, joy, enlightenment. I am is our affirmation here. And after the next time, after the next side, find your mountain pose again and claim your space 3 times. So never rushing, right? Moving meditation, that's where it's at today. From claiming your space, we're flowing into rowing the boat. And there are several different ways to do this movement, right? I would say you start in mountain pose and the palms are facing back, and then you start rowing the boat here. We'll see how Mary gonna interpret this instruction. Yes. And of course it depends on what's going on with your shoulders, right? Some of you could add leg movement a little bit by coming into a little bit of a chair, right? When you lower the arms. So row the boat here for a moment because I want to share this inspiration with you as well. It comes from the Yoga Sutras of Patanjali. It's book 3, Sutra 32. Perfect focus on the spiritual light at the top of the head brings vision of realized beings. Perfect focus on the spiritual light at the top of your head brings vision of realized beings. We're still at I am. So then from here we're going into a little bit of cat and cow standing, right? And the way I would like to go into this is the next time the arms come around from rowing the boat, just let the arms come into a T position, palms facing up, right? Then bend your arms and bring the hands to the shoulders, fingers towards the front, thumbs towards the back. Then think about drawing little circles with your elbows. And then let these circles become bigger. And as they become bigger, you incorporate the spine into this movement and you're going into cats and cows. So the elbows might come together in front of the body as you come into your cat. And then opening into your cow. We're still at I am. Notice your spine. Notice your breath. Never rushing. And then this is the last round. So the hands are on the shoulders and we're going to let the arms extend out to the side, standing receptively. Bring the arms up overhead, let the palms touch, pull the prayer to the heart. Pause here for a moment. I am. Now with your next inhale, bring the right arm up to the sky, reach to the sky. The left arm comes down towards the earth, right? And your gaze can come up. And then pull the hands back into prayer. And then do the other side. And just continue here at your own pace for a moment. Focusing on that upward moving energy, that prana, right? Our affirmation here is, I live in the present moment. I live in the present moment. And the next time you bring the palms together into prayer, pause. Press the thumbs into the chest. Lift through the crown of the head. Lengthen through your tailbone. Breathe in. Breathe out. From here, we're going to go into gazing at the moon, right? So we're going to let our prayer open a little bit. Pretend you saw, or maybe you did see the full moon the other day, right? And you squeezed this full moon. You could be in mountain and or horse stands. And then we're going to send this moon over to the left and we're going to gaze at the moon over to the left. Beautiful. And then come back through center as you exhale. Here you could bend your legs a little bit, right? And then you move over to the other side. So moving meditation once again. Find your flow here. I live in the present moment is our affirmation. moment. One more time on each side. I live in the present moment. As you come back through center, still hold the moon, but bring it up overhead. You could even go into a little bit of a back bend. Look at that full moon. Put it back up into the sky. Uddhva right here, reaching up, right? Then bringing the palms together, pulling the prayer to the heart forward, folding into Uttanasana. Hanging in your standing forward fold for a moment. And if you have back stuff going on, please be mindful, move slowly, and just hang. There's no need to touch anything, right? You're just hanging out. If you need to bend your legs deeply, let it happen. I live in the present moment. Maybe you sigh the breath out. So listen within and ask yourself, what is it that you need right now, this moment in your life and your practice? And go with the very first thing that comes to mind. We're going to scoop prana a little bit. And to scoop prana, you can either do this with straight legs and or more in a horse stance. I'll leave that up to you. We're going to, when we know what we need, we think about it, we scoop it from the earth with both hands. We bring it to the heart and we feel it. And then we're going to bring the arms up overhead and we share it with one another, because if I need those things, then maybe you need them as well. And then we're going to let it go and dive down for more. Again, another moving meditation, right? So you flow with your own breath. I'm not going to cue it. Just find your movement. Scooping prana. I live in the present moment. For those of you who have some back issues and or you're practicing in the chair with us, right? You could scoop prana right there in front of the belly in your lap. That's okay. Nice and slow. What do you need? Maybe love? How about some joy? Hope? The affirmation that we're going to use, scooping prana, is, it's one of my favorites. I am part of all, and all is part of me. I am part of all, and all is part of me. I am part of all, and all is part of me. 3 more. I am part of all, and all is part of me. The next time you make your way up, you can go into a little back bend. You can come back into Urdhva Hastasana, reaching up towards the sky. And then claim your space and come into your mountain pose. Check in with your heartbeat, your breath, your mind. We're going to go a little bit into the moon salute sequence. We're not going to do the moon salutes, but we're just going to do the sequence that we usually do on either side of the mat. You're going to inhale the arms out and up overhead, and then exhale, claim your space. Then inhale your arms out and up, and place the palms together in prayer, and pull that prayer to the heart. Next, inhale, the arms come out and up, and you interlace the fingers into steeple, and you go into your half moon to the left. Half moon A, I should say. Ardha Chandrasana A. Pause, feel. Inhale back through center, and then exhale, other side. Inhale back through center, exhale, claim your space. Do 3 more rounds on your own, just like that. If you rather would do half sun salutes, of course you could do that. The affirmation that we're going to use is, the essence of my being is light and peace. The essence of my being is light and peace. The essence of my being is light and peace. And then slowly making your way back into your mountain position. We're heading into a little bit of balancing poses, so if you feel you need the support of the wall, a chair, or anything else that you might have, use that, or maybe nothing, right? We're starting with tree pose, Rikshasana, and then making our way into a little half moon pose. We'll see how Mary does with that. I might have to come and intervene. We'll see, right? So, mountain pose. Find your drishti out in front of you. Shift your weight over into the left leg. Open the right knee out to the side. Slide the right foot close into the left ankle. And maybe this is your tree pose, and you could add your arms. Or maybe that right foot wants to slide up the left leg anywhere except for the knee. And arms, of course, could do whatever is good for you. Prayer, you could reach the arms out to the front or up into the sky, cactus arms, whatever works for you, right? But today, we're focusing on that uplifting energy, that reaching through the crown, getting a little bit longer here, right? The essence of my being is light and peace. Breathe in, breathe out. If you're a little wobbly, laugh about it, right? Have fun with it. Don't take it too seriously. Hold as long as you want to. Don't wait until you fall out, right? So you always come out with control before you fall out. And whenever you want to come out, go into the vinyasa of choice, right? A movement of choice. Or if you're like, nope, it's all about meditation today, I'm going to find stillness, of course, you can stay in mountain pose and check in. The essence of my being is light and peace. So then we're going to return to our mat, and we're coming into a warrior two, right? So step the right foot forward, step the left foot back. The left foot turns open towards me, right? So the hips are opening towards me. Bend deeply into the front leg there. Make sure that the knee is not in front of the ankle. Right, so this is option one, and you could just inhale, straighten the front leg and come out, exhale, bend into the leg, and if this is where you're going to hang out, we're going into Ardha Chandrasana B, half moon pose B. So if you wanted to stay right here, stay here. Next time you bend into the front leg, pause. Roll the shoulders away from the ears, opening chest and heart towards me, right? And maybe the arms float into a warrior two. Maybe. Depends on your shoulders today, right? Yes, and if the shoulders feel tight, turn the palms up and then down again. So maybe this is where you need to hang out. or perhaps a little extended side angle pose where the right hand or forearm comes down to the right thigh, you opening chest and heart, and left arm comes either to the hip, to the low back, and or in line with the ear. Beautiful. So you could stay here. The next step would be you bring your right hand down towards a block or towards the floor, and you start lifting the back leg, right? This is maybe where Mary says, nope, I don't want to do that. I leave that up to you, right? Yes. Now open your hips towards me. Beautiful. And even if you just hold for 1 second, right? That's success. And of course, if you're in the full pose, then that left arm is up into the sky, right? Pay attention to your front foot. Make sure it's not sickling, and I don't want you to get any knee issues here, right? And be the half moon here, half moon B. When you want to come out, slowly float that back foot down. You can come up into 5-pointed star. You can do any movement you feel you need to do here, whether you shake things out or you go into a vinyasa of choice. The essence of my being is light and peace. And then we're slowly making our way over to the other side. So do the opposite side, right? So left foot is pointing forward, right foot is turning in a little bit. You're opening your hips towards me. Float your arms shoulder high and just see, do you need to turn the palms up? You need to turn the palms down, right? Warrior 2, coming in and out, warrior 2. Watch that front knee, right? Make sure it's not tracking over, or that it is tracking over the ankle, not coming in front of the ankle. Now the next time you come into warrior 2, maybe left hand finds the thigh, or you slide down onto the left forearm as you look over your right shoulder, right? And that right arm could come up into the sky or stay exactly where it is. From here, next step would be bring that left hand down towards the floor, towards your block. Engage your core, your leg muscles, float that right leg up, maybe hip high, turning the toes towards me, right, as your hip opens. And then the top arm lifts up into the sky. Maybe, these are all maybe, so play with this. Don't take it too seriously. The essence of my being is light and peace. And then you slowly come up when you need to, when you want to. Do a movement of choice. What feels good to you? Go into that movement. We got one more bouncing pose coming up, and that's King Dancer. So option 1 is just for mountain pose to kind of shift your weight over into one leg and then bend your other leg, bring the heel towards the buttocks, and see how you feel about that movement, right? So yeah, you're just gonna, like you kick yourself in the rumpus. Now you can, yes, you can reach for that ankle, that foot, right? Maybe you need to stay here. If you're staying here, you could extend the right arm up into the sky. You can bring the thighs together, the knees together, and stand nice and tall. Then press that foot into the hand and up as you come forward a little bit. And your drishti, your focal point, will be coming out in front. You could do this with a chair, with a wall, right? Breathe. The affirmation that we're going to use is, I am whole and complete. I am whole and complete. Whenever you need to come out the same way you came in, right? So you come in upright first. You release that foot. You bring the other arm up into Uttanasana. Right? So bring the other arm alongside the ear. Beautiful. Relax shoulders. Reach your gaze up. I am whole and complete. And from here, go into your vinyasa choice, your movement choice. Right, so this for you at home, this could be a half sun salute, could be a full sun salute, whatever you want to do. You could also just check in with the breath and connect to the source. I am whole and complete. then we're preparing for the other side, King Dancer. Right, so maybe you start in mountain pose and you just bring opposite heel towards the buttocks. And we always have one side that we favor, right? So if this is your not so good side, send lots of love to this side. Yeah, maybe you can hold onto the foot and or ankle, right? Bring the thighs, the knees together. The opposite arm comes up into the sky. Perhaps you're staying here. Or activate through the legs. Press the foot up into the hand as your drishti comes forward and you reach forward into your King Dancer pose. Breathe in, breathe out. I am whole and complete. I am whole and complete. Coming out when you need to, going into the vinyasa of choice, because now we're getting into inversion choices, and because Mary and myself, we have some issues in our bodies right now. I have to mainly talk about these choices. But to get there, we're going to come down onto our back. All right, we're going to do a little bit of bridge pose flow as I'm telling you about the inversion choices. So as Mary makes her way down, if I had wall space here in her studio, we would do a little dolphin headstand prep on the wall, right? This is where we press our forearms into the wall, make a little basket with our hands, and then just really exercising or strengthening our forearms and the core, because this is the main thing we need for a headstand. And of course, headstand Shirshasana is the main thing here at the crown, right? But because this is contraindicated for both myself and Mary, we're actually not going to do headstand. But if it's in your practice, please, this is where you would go now. You also have the option of going into a dolphin, modified dolphin, full dolphin. Again, you're on your forearms, you're shifting forward into a forearm plank, and you coming back either onto the knees or into your down dog. That would be an option. Last week we did bear walk. That's a nice option too. These are all preps for a headstand, right? But if you're like, I don't want to do that, then the next option would be shoulder stand or plow. Again, because of my cervical neck stuff, contraindicated for me and Mary. So Mary and I, we're just going to stay with bridge. But by all means, if you want to do shoulder stand, plow, or headstand, go into that now. And remind yourself that when you do an inversion, never to use momentum. You always need to be strong enough to do the inversion with your core, right? So for bridge pose, we're going to pull the feet close towards the buttocks. The arms are alongside the body. We have nothing underneath the head because we want that chest to come actually up towards the chin. So when you feel ready, without letting the thighs splay apart, press into your feet, into your shoulders, lift the hips up high, right? So you could come in and out of this. You could hold bridge. You could also use your block and make it a supported bridge pose. So lots of options. We're going to be here for a moment. So I'm going to leave it up to you, Mary, whether you come out or back in, right? Do what you need to do. If you're in headstand, shoulder stand, or plow, enjoy. Go within, right? Connect to the divine within you. The affirmation that we're going to use here is, I accept and receive divine energy. I accept and receive divine energy. I accept and receive divine energy. The crown chakra represents our ability to be fully connected to everything. We call that in yoga Satchidananda, truth, knowledge, bliss. Satchidananda, truth, knowledge, bliss. Being fully connected to everything. I accept and receive divine energy. If you're in Shirshasana headstand, slowly make your way down and come into a child's pose. If you're in shoulder stand, slowly come out and go into a fish pose. If you're in plow, slowly make your way back into shoulder stand and roll out. If you're in bridge pose, you have a moment longer. But when you're ready to come out, slowly pressing into the feet, into the shoulders, and coming down slowly. I accept and receive divine energy. So here we're taking a small mini Shavasana, right? The legs come a little wider, the arms come out to the side. Draw the breath in through the crown of the head, down to the forehead, your eyes, your brain, your sinuses, your mouth, the back of the neck, the control center, the front of the throat, your voice, your shoulders, arms, wrists, fingers, hands. Breathing in, breathing out. Truth is one, paths are many, is our affirmation. Truth is one, paths are many. 3 more rounds of breath. Truth is one, paths are many. If you wanted to do a vinyasa, slowly make your way into your flow. If you just want to roll over onto the belly, that's okay too. We will meet you there in about 5 breaths, so don't rush. Truth is one, paths are many. Truth is one, paths are many. So option 1, you just arrive on your belly. Arms could be anywhere where they're comfortable for you. This is option 1. Option 2, you think about, especially if you like swimming, you guys know I love to swim, but even if you don't, think that you're either floating or swimming. You could do freestyle, you could do the breaststroke, whatever you want to do, right? Just a little bit of movement here. But let it be a moving meditation, right? So we're just trying to warm up the back muscles a little bit more. And you could start by lifting one leg, one arm, then alternate. Any kind of movement here. We're strengthening the back a little bit. Yes, beautiful. So you can just play here for a moment, right? And if you have some stuff going on in your back, maybe this is where you want to stay. Now then we're going to play a little bit with lifting and actually opening the legs. We're going to work the legs first, and then we're going to talk about the upper body. So you would press your pubic bone down, and either you start with the big toes touching, and then as you lift you open the legs, or reverse that movement, right? So yes, so bring the legs together as you come down. Beautiful. And then as you press pubic bone down and lift the legs, you open the legs. And really pay attention to your body here, right? And the affirmation that we're going to use is, I am fully aware in my body, my thoughts, and my feelings. If both legs, moving them out doesn't work, go back to singles. But really take your time and notice what's happening in your low back, your legs. So the next time you lower down, relax the legs, do some windshield wipers, and or just rock from side to side. So now let's talk about the arms. So one option is you could bring the hands into prayer up overhead, right? Maybe. And bring the prayer out in front. So full prostration right here. I am fully aware in my body, my thoughts, and my feelings. So you could press the pubic bone down and lift head and chest, and then open your arms into cactus. Maybe, right? So this is all depends on what's going on with your back. And then bring the prayer back and lower down. So do this nice and slow. If this arm variation doesn't work for you, do the arm variation that does work for you, because the next option would be doing legs and arms together, right? So if you're like, oh, I'm already there, do arms and legs. I am fully aware in my body, my thoughts, and my feelings. Whenever you need to rest, you can rest. Yeah, any back bend that you want to do, go for it. I am fully aware in my body, my thoughts, my feelings. And take a moment here on your belly. You could even come into crocodile pose by stacking your forearms underneath your forehead and let the legs come as wide as the mat. And crocodile pose, this is when we go inward, right? If you love crocodile pose, you can stay here for as long as you like. If you want to vinyasa, you can vinyasa, and we're all at some point making our way onto the back, right? So if you want to flow, do a flow. If you're like, no, I'm just going to stay here and then roll over, that's okay too. Once you come onto your back, we're going to let our arms come into cactus if that's available. If the backs of the hands do not touch the floor, then that's not your arm position. Then you need to make a different arm position. We're going to bring the soles of the feet together in cobbler and let the knees open out to the side. You could have pillows and or blocks underneath the knees. Breathe in, breathe out. Bless the earth beneath me. Bless the sky above me. Bless the air that surrounds me. And bless your image deep inside me. Breathe in. Breathe out. Five more rounds of breath. Bless the earth beneath me. Bless the sky above me. Bless the air that surrounds me. And bless your image deep inside me. From here, you can decide if you wanted to stay here for Shavasana and or maybe go into a little reclined spinal twist or anything else that you need to do to complete your practice. Any other movement, any other asana that brings you joy, go into that. When you are ready for Shavasana, and I'm not rushing you, and you have props, and I know Mary has plenty of props, so I'm going to assist her in a moment. You could have a little neck pillow, you could have a bolster and or a rolled up blanket underneath your knees, right? So make it a deluxe version of, here's your neck pillow. You could have a blanket over your abdomen, or if you have a sandbag, you could use that there as well for some grounding. Smile, breathe, and go slowly. Perfect focus on the spiritual light at the top of the head brings vision of realized beings. The color is white. We're at the seventh chakra, the Sahasrara chakra. It's all about empathy, thought, I know, 1,000 petals, unity with the divine and awareness. It's about stillness, emptiness, presence, knowledge, grace, oneness, connection to the source. The sound vibration is Om. Relax your eyebrows, the center of the forehead. Send breath, energy to your brain, your nervous system, and your lymphatic system. 1,000 petals. Unity. White. And slowly bringing your awareness back to the physical body and to your breath. Never rushing, listening to that inner dialogue, that narrative that's always there. Not judging anything that comes up for you. Inviting movement back into the body. And rolling over to one side, probably the right side. Pausing. We're finishing today's practice with some pranayama, nadi suddhi, alternate nostril breathing, and then a very short brief meditation, because our whole practice today was a moving meditation. But of course, if you want to sit longer in meditation, you can. When you feel ready, slowly pressing yourself up into a seated position by extending the top leg long and pressing the hand out in front of your body into the earth, pressing yourself up. Any movement you need to make is fine. Setting yourself up for some breath work. So we want to make sure that the spine is nice and tall. So just reach through the crown of the head for a moment. The left hand could be in chin mudra on the thigh, right? This is where thumb and index finger come together and the palm is pressing down. The right hand comes into Vishnu mudra, the middle finger and the index finger bent down, right? And we're going to use that hand to close off the nostrils. Now, if you have arthritis and your fingers are just not going to do this mudra, of course you can use index finger and thumb instead, right? We want to make very small movements with the hands because we want to keep the prana within us, right? So here we're going to just tune into the breath for a moment. Your inhales, your exhales through the nose. And when you feel ready for alternate nostril breathing, inhale here. And before you exhale, close off the right nostril with your thumb. Exhale through the left nostril. And inhale through the left nostril. Close off that left nostril with ring finger and pinky. Exhale through the right nostril. Inhale through the right nostril. Close it off with your thumb. exhale to the left. So it's always exhale, inhale, switch. Exhale, inhale, switch. Find your rhythm here. Never force the breath in any way. Just be the witness of this pranayama, right? If you get messed up, you can always start from scratch. Find your nadi suddhi here, your alternate nostril breathing. Nadi suddhi balances the two hemispheres of the brain, resulting in a balanced physical, mental, and emotional well-being. After about 21 rounds, or whenever you feel like you completed this, the next time you exhale through the right nostril, let that be the end of your pranayama of Nadi Suddhi here, and release the hands into your lap. Let the breath return to normal and just feel the effects of this pranayama. Very calming, soothing breath work, cooling breath work. And from here, we'll right away sitting in meditation for just a few moments. Just sitting receptively, breathing in and breathing out. Slowly bringing your hands in prayer position, Anjali Mudra. We're finishing class with 3 Oms today. You can Om internally or out loud. It doesn't have to be pretty. It just needs to come from the heart, right? So if you need a cleansing breath here, take a nice deep inhale, long exhale. And when you're ready for the first Om, here we go, inhaling. Om Shanti Shanti. Namaste. Thank you for practicing with us today. Have a wonderful day, and we'll see you next week when I upload something else for you. So stay tuned. Bye.